against dual lanes in the mid because he could just spam out Crypt Swarm. But what this really the potential comes in from is the fact that at any point in time when he approaches the lane, he has to be really paranoid of the fact that S4 could simply just run forward and Stormhammer him. And the problem with that is not just the Stormhammer, but the arrow rotation in from the side, where Puppey is oftentimes going to be sitting up here, just waiting for an opportunity to throw down an arrow off of that Stormhammer. And with that extra stun and that extra bit of burst damage, they could easily kill God. So they have to be paying attention to that one. Puppey is already known for being a very strong roaming support. Mirani, even if it didn't work out so well in Game 1, he's displayed it in the past. And this means VP may have to consider changing up their lanes in some way, just because they can't afford to let their Death Prophet be picked off so much in the middle lane. So this probably means, once again, Virtus Pro, just like we saw with the Earthshaker, they're going to be running a support here who's going to be sitting on the middle lane pretty much constantly. Ban is going to be sitting behind this Death Prophet to make sure that if the arrow does land, he can immediately take it off with the Aphotic Shield.
But it's so much more limited in terms of the impact that he can have early on. Is this Abaddon? I loved the Earthshaker mid in the last game. You know, we talked about that, but I'm not sure what this Abaddon is really going to accomplish, apart from maybe giving a little bit of peace of mind to G's Death Prophet here. He is going to rotate and possibly stack these camps, which I think is a good decision. But, you know, the big difference here, you said, we talked about the defensive support choices here from VP, and the other side of that is that they're going to be really limited in what they can get done roaming in the early game. I don't think you're going to be able to see the same impact of those two heroes early on, and that's really could be critical in this matchup because, like I said, I think the laning phase here is really going to determine the whole thing.
Yeah, right now we're seeing the two supports actually doing a lot of early pulling here and not necessarily putting that much pressure on the middle lane, which is fine for the time being. The early level 1 and level 2 S4 isn't going to be that threatened by the harassment, and it's forcing God to try and split a decent amount of experience here solely because the Abaddon is constantly sitting here in this middle lane, making sure he's safe. When they eventually do start rotating out, if Ursa has an experience lead on Bristleback, he's a really good hero versus other melees. Due to arrow comes in, Seedoy should still be fine. He's going to be slowed down a little bit and will be copping a good amount of damage here, but certainly not in any real danger. But then they're actually going to turn this around. The shield goes out. Kuro getting low to these extra quills. He's not going to be enough to kill him, that's for sure, but they will be able to force Kuro back at the very least, and Seedoy will get some extra experience off of being able to push out of that one. But the buffs to Ursa. So a while back, a couple of patches ago, we saw Fury Swipes actually get a interesting little buff, which is they increase the amount of time it takes for the Fury Swipes to reset, which means he is actually a really strong melee versus melee laner because he can just get one hit on a Bristleback and then focus on CS, and then 10 seconds later get another hit on the Bristleback and start building up those Fury Swipes to a point where, similar to a Bat Rider, you get to a point where those stacks kind of overwhelm you and you have to actually leave lane for a while just to make sure you don't take too much damage from this Ursa. So if they do actually start roaming around, the Ursa is still going to be a very strong hero up against the Bristleback. Can't necessarily zone him out of experience range, but he can make sure he doesn't get a good amount of free farm. Now we have Yol currently sitting with the Invis on the left side. They're going to be going for Jotum first. Puppey, meanwhile, is going to be able to leap himself up the cliff. Jotum gets off the Aphotic Shield. They need one more hit. Will be able to take him down. Arrow onto Yol as well. Kuro moves on. He's going to have a clap up in just a second. Gets off the sleep. Big Daddy gets himself away from the Bristleback just in time with a good tether. And they give up the first blood, losing the Abaddon in their attempt to go for the Mirana. But the Mirana already had level 2 and had that leap up, which ends up costing Virtus Pro a lot there. And now we have S4 trying to be aggressive up against God. The arrow comes in, actually nails him. The creeps were almost in the way. God's going to lose his life as Puppey leaps in, and already such a big difference from Puppey in Game 1 and Game 3. Both times he played Mirana, and this Game 3, he's already had such a larger impact in the laning phase than he did in Game 1.
Yeah, and I wondered why Puppey didn't take the Nightmare there off Kuroky Ursa. I actually thought that they could have gotten maybe another kill top on the chase, but more than making up for it. That early kill on the Death Prophet mid is just huge for this Sven. He is now out to a lead, and VP have to play a little bit cautiously now, which is not the situation that they want to be in.
Yeah, now that they run an aggro try, God is going to be left exposed once again as the tri lane comes into the middle lane. And Team Secret will be able to pick off another kill. 3 kills up already within 4 minutes, and 2 of them on that important Death Prophet.
go top here. But
and Kuro's going to go for the kill onto Yol. He's going to be diving in pretty deep here, and he's going to be left exposed. Zidoi trying to block him out, but he doesn't have enough mana, so without the quills, he just simply does not have the damage to punish Kuro. And if he's not careful, he may die as well. Kuro's going to be able to get off another slow, follow up with an open wounds, and Big Daddy is helping him out. Kuro gets a double kill real quickly, and Virtus.pro completely overextending themselves. That overpower, he figured because Kuro was low and he didn't have mana for either the slow or the overpower, that there's no way Kuro could go on him, but he was quite wrong with the Wisp coming in with those bottle charges.
Yeah, that early bottle wisp is just so impactful. And again, just night and day different from last game to this game. The supports from BP were able to get so much done in the early and mid game of our last match. Just contrast that with this. The defensive supports, I mean, it's a good concept, but they're just not able to get enough work done here in the laning phase. And Team Secret just off to a gargantuan lead here at the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, they're simply just moving around much better than Virtus.pro. Virtus.pro have to try and actually be already in position when they go bottom lane. They're going to go for the Tide under here. Fly is going to get low. BZZ, it still gets hit by the Anchor Smash, which is going to decrease his damage possibly just enough for them to be able to get out. Fly, though, isn't going to be able to outrun BZZ, who went for the early phase boots. Arrow hits on kill as BZZ throws out an ice path, but it's still going to be eliminated. 1-6 now, as they may have gotten the Tide Hunter kill. Middle lane, they're going to go for it. God immediately. Yeah,
shield on the shield. Oh my goodness, that just saved G's life.
Yeah, that stun just basically did nothing whatsoever. But they're still going to go for it again. S4 has another stun to throw on onto God. The Aphotic Shield comes out, protects God for the time being, already being blowed. Miss Coil, not up. He needs 5 more mana, and S4 will still be able to claim that extra last hit. He has another Storm Hammer up if he wants to continue to go for it. Big Daddy goes up the cliff and goes right back to S4. Ice Path, not quite catching Big Daddy, and there's going to be no extra damage found there. In top lane, oh my God, Kuro diving in so deep past the tier 1 and all the way into the tier 2 to claim the kill onto the Bristleback. Team Secret come out swinging here in game 3.
Are you freaking kidding me? He's doing this without boots.
Radiant's top tower
on this wisp.
Attack.
Yeah.
You're nuts. I'm sorry. I don't care what the meta is like. I don't care how many overpowered heroes there are. You have to ban this hero against Team Secret. You can't let No Tail play as Wisp. It's just ridiculous. I feel like they could pick almost any 4 heroes. Just the game impact that he's able to have in absolutely all phases on this hero. I can't even imagine trying to play against this. And Ursa is going to take, this is the other big change. You referred to the Fury swipes earlier, but to me the bigger change is that it's no longer, apart from the reset time, it's no longer a unique attack modifier, and so he can go ahead and pick up his Morbid Mask. He can take Roshan as early as 3 or 4 minutes.
Yep, and this is what they're actually trying to give experience to Tide Hunter, which actually take him over to level 6. So a nice little tactical play by them as Fly very much welcoming that experience. They're going to jump on the middle lane where Kuro is going to be joining Big Daddy in a hunt onto the Death Prophet, and they surely will get it. Johnham just is not going to be here in time, and a mega kill streak already for Kuro, as he is getting big as all hell. He's got the Aegis, and he's going to be able to have himself a really fast Blink Dagger as well if he wants to go that route, which I see no reason not to at this point. Diving in once again, Johnham going to be slowed down by the Gush, and Kuro just free kills left and right, the slow. And oh my God, that burst damage is just way too much.
Dire's bottom tower
and S4 just, by the way, hanging around up here, waiting for possibly another kill on Zidoi. This is insane.
Yeah.
This
With
match.
the arrow coming in, Stormhammer, arrow follow-up, Puppy will be able to land that one onto Zidoi, ensures the secondary kill. Puppy is now sitting 4-0-0, 1-11. And Virtus.pro, while they looked poised to be able to take this 2-0 up against Team Secret, it seems we may have the exact opposite reaction here, as Team Secret already off to a great start here in Game 3, 8 minutes in with a dominating lead, sitting over a 5,000 gold lead and over a 5,000, almost 7,500 experience lead.
And Sven just covered in quills and does not care at all. Gonna go ahead and force the action down here on BZZ's Jakiro.
Nice play, getting the deny.
I mean, what else can he do? Gosh, I'm looking at this match cap and I'm asking myself, like, okay, fine, VP did make a couple of minor mistakes in the early game, but what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, the Yol is going to be next up, the next victim of the bear. Wicked Sick, BZZ runs in. Oh my god. That attempt at the relocate is still going to result in BZZ's death here. Well, actually, maybe not. They don't have an extra stun. They just need to keep pace. Ice Path is going to be able to come in. God now going to activate that.
On top of all that, gets him out of the exorcism.
They still don't care. They're still going to go for it. Jonim is trying to protect these heroes, but he threw the Euphonic Shield on one. Kuro's going to eat the other one instead. Ice Path does not protect him. The exorcism just not finishing off any of these heroes. Big Daddy will finally be right-click down. Kuro is pretty far out here. The Euphonic Shield as well as the exorcism doing a good amount of damage. He still has the Aegis to protect him. Jonim getting low. Finally, he is taken down. The raid boss is down, ladies and gentlemen. Kuro, though, is going to come right back up, try and chase down some of these heroes. They may actually catch one inside here. Jonim, oh, Tidehunter just needs an anchor smash, and he will get it. Now going to be going for the dive here in this bottom lane. Yol, he doesn't have anything to protect himself. He's got no mana. He's sitting at half health. He's surely going to die here, as he's just trying to juke himself around, but eventually he is cornered. And godlike already, pre-10 minutes in, Kuro is getting a kill a minute at this rate, thanks to Big Daddy top lane. We have already S4 able to get the kill on a Bristleback, and may not be going down here. Big Daddy already with a save. The bottle heals up, and S4, he's actually going to try and turn this one around a little bit. He's getting the heals in, and as soon as he comes in, Stormhammer out on Jonim. But with
structures are fortified.
For to turn, and they're just going to get themselves right together. Both getting low from the Crypt Swarm, but not enough to get the kill. God is diving in pretty deep here. Really wants this kill. Big Daddy still gets hit by that one. S4 going to turn around. The Euphonic Shield goes out on God. The last Crypt Swarm gets a double kill there from God. As I thought it was a little questionable for him to dive that deep bottom lane. We have Seedoy going to be taken down beyond godlike for Kuro. It doesn't matter if God picks up a double when the bear man is just killing everyone. Now he's going to go into the middle lane. BZZ's been hit by an arrow. This is going to be another beyond godlike double kill for Kuro. 4 to 18, 10.5 minutes in, and it just does not stop. Virtus Pro taking the beating right now, as this game just will not end for them.
I can't even co-cast. I'm just sitting here nerdgasming. This is unbelievable. And what are you supposed to do? I mean, gee.
Relocate to the bottom lane. It's not over yet, buddy. Yol's going to be taken down. He goes ahead and sleeps up Kuro. Immediately woken up by Big Daddy, and Yol will be taken down. Flying gets a little low, but they're going to take a tier 1 tower in the process, it looks like. Big Daddy gives him just enough time to get this tier 1. And, well, the gigantic gold lead. Arrow comes out, hits BZZ. Not much is going to come out of this one, though. Just 2 supports. I think we can relax.
I mean, ordinarily in a stomp game like this, one team is playing badly. I don't think VP is playing that badly in this match. There is just, when this kind of a lineup by Secret gets off to any kind of a good start, there's just nothing that you can do.
Oh, fly.
Sock on Ursa. Oh,
the initiation already on BZZ. They wipe him out. The good, oh well, Nightmare, not really that good. Crypt Swarm doesn't do any damage to him. Puppy's actually getting very low. Gets the leap away. Now the Ravage onto 4. As S4 looking for some hero to target here. He's going to go for Seedoy. The Quill's going to be able to finish off the Tidehunter. S4 quick to bounce himself out. As the Exorcism plus Seedoy's natural tankiness is too much to handle. God in the front line looking to finish off Puppy. Doesn't get that one. Nor does he finish off the Sven. And I got to ask myself, where is Kuro? When is he going to be coming in? He's currently sitting on 3,700 gold. What in the world do you buy with this much extra gold so early on into the game?
Oh, I'm surprised he hasn't already bought Blink. I mean, this is a Blink game. He's been just walking around smacking people in the face anyway. I mean, I can't imagine him going another item, although frankly right now he can go wherever he wants. You finally started to see the potential of that VP team fight combo that we talked about. They are able to deal a lot of damage, but they've got to be able to stay alive to do so. And when you have a bear just walking around plastering everybody in the face, what are you going to do against that?
You got me, man. Right now, Virtus Pro is just too under level to be able to handle that one. Finally, Yol does have his Fiend's Grip, and that is going to be huge. What?
This is the fastest heart ever in Proto 2. Are you kidding me?
Hard first item. I mean, now it doesn't matter what kind of disables you have. Right now, you just simply will not kill this bear. They have to kite him around for so long to be able to kill him, because once he latches onto a hero, he just gets so much lifesteal out of beating that hero's face in. So if they let him get just a little bit too close during all that time he's kiting him, maybe he just finally gets in close range, gets the slow, and gets off all those hits onto one hero. He jumps up a good 500 health from all that lifesteal he's going to be gaining.
Yeah, that's insane. That's the fastest heart ever by almost 3 minutes. The second fastest was by Kabop a couple of years ago, just in an absolute stomp. And I don't know what else is there to say. I'm just gonna.
Oh, the relocate's coming in from the side, and it's going to be the big bad bear. He's going for Jonim, already held in. Fiend's Grip is excellent from Yol. He's going to be protected a little bit by this Fiend's Grip. But look at Kuro. He's so damn big, he doesn't care. He's going to move on, go straight for the Ghost Lady. No, goes back to Jonim, whose health no longer has that ultimate. Beautiful ice path. The Exorcism is doing what work he can, but against all these strength heroes, they just can't kill him fast enough. S4 gets low, will be taken down, and Kuro is actually getting a little bit low here, but he's chasing down God. Can't body block him up. They're trying to kind of run as much as possible. The slow goes out, and they finally kill him. Raid boss down once again. 1,300 gold streak going the way of God as they finally get that exorcism back. They even got the tier 2 in the middle lane, and Virtus Pro just had an outstanding team fight considering how far behind they were. And I have to say, a lot of it's got to be thanks to Yol, who held that bear for the full length of that Fiend's Grip because of his excellent positioning right here in the trees.
Yeah, and give the assist, too, to the Abaddon, who had the timely aphotic shield onto Yol to protect him. And this, by the way, is the ties for the 4th most kills ever at the 15-minute mark on any hero in Pro Dota 2. Kuro 14-1 at 15 minutes in this match. I am so impressed that VP managed to just hold it together mentally.
Look at this. The gold graph is really not that big of a difference. At one point in time, they had about a 7,000 gold lead. Since that death, that really bad team fight, it is now dropped to just above a 2,500 gold lead for Team Secret, considering the fact that how far ahead they were in just kills. You would expect so much more, but of course that's the way the Dota game has been altered in the past. We wouldn't be able to see these kind of comebacks necessarily, solely because we didn't get as much gold when we used to from kill streaks, and we also didn't get as much experience back then as well. So just being able to have all these kills doesn't necessarily give you that big of an advantage, is why towers are so important. That's why the meta is oriented itself so much towards push. But speaking of that, Roshan is going to be the next objective.
They are in position to contest this, man.
Yes, they are. And we've got God with the Ghost Scepter, as well as a lot of movement speed as well, which is so important versus the Ursa. Kuro is going to be seen here by Cito. Cito has to be careful. They're immediately going to try and target in the back. We have a good 3-man Ravage. Kuro's going to be focusing on God, but he's going to be tied around quite extensively. Tidehunter has already been eliminated. Cito is going to be double up. No, he gets away. The Aphotic Shield keeps him alive. Kuro's going to fall. And now Virtus Pro, on the hunt for more, are going to be looking for S4. He's already blinked himself away. The rest of the team has backed themselves up, and Virtus Pro, Mass Ping and Roshan Pit. They say, God, it's time to use this exorcism to claim Roshan for ourselves. And there is nothing Team Secret can do to stop this one.
Yeah, I mean, this just has the feel of one of those matches where like in college basketball, where one team is just so far up and they kind of start clowning around a little bit. I mean, Secret is going to have to shift back into serious mode for at least a few minutes here to win this match, and it is hard to do that. Once you just start making YOLO plays, man, it's hard to regroup and say, okay, what do we have to do to win this match now?
Oh, Puppy, he just revealed himself. He does have a TP scroll still. They have an ice cap, and it interrupts the TP. Puppy's done for. He's going to be just locked here for the next 15 seconds. Crypt Swarm should be enough to be able to finish him off. He has another leap in 10 seconds. They see him for a second. As he couldn't control his auto attacks, he reveals himself to be targeted.
I understand that play, and I loved you bringing up the gold graph a minute ago. I was going to make the same point that as fun as this match is to watch, this is still a game.
Virtus Pro almost holding the gold lead now. You just give them a few seconds here, and they will actually hold the gold lead now. Absolutely ridiculous. Top lane. We're going to have them go for the fight here. Silence up on Kuro. And they're going to go and continue to try and chase him down. Relocate out, though, and they'll be good from here. As Big Daddy relocated them in, so there's not even going to be a lost hero.
That was scary. I thought that Secret might commit to that fight, and that would have been scary for them. I think they have still the lead just because of the items that they have up on their Ursa. Ursa finishes a blink dagger here, and he is still going to be just a terrifying force. But this is no longer a stomp. It hasn't been for a couple of minutes now. Secret lose another fight, and they could be in serious trouble. I mean, you look up at the map, and they only have 2 outer towers standing.
Well, I actually can't even say anything. Puppy may be picked off here. The Fiend's Grip is going to hold him in for quite some time, but it doesn't look like the Bear nor the Wiz are in a position to be able to help him out. Puppy Extra bit of burst damage. Earn may choke him out here. The save from Big Daddy actually releases him from his force cage. God comes in. Not quite enough damage to finish him off. Cryptstorm wouldn't have done the trick as he was healed up by Big Daddy. And amazingly enough, Puppey, I can't believe he just lived through that. But somehow Virtus Pro unable to finish him off. And now are just going to have to address the split pushing issue where S4 is farming up the top lane. Real quick, guys, giveaway rares in the chat. If you are a subscriber, look for it. Top lane, though, S4 is going to be in some trouble. Already Yule Sceptered up. Okay. Do they have a stun Seedoid? No. Nope. No, they don't. Right.
No, they needed the TP up there from Jakiro, and that wasn't going to happen. And Puppey is still in the same area of the map. I actually, this is worth the D ward. Oh, can he get the 50 gold? Yes, just barely.
At the same time, his ward should have been seen. So he just killed a ward that was going to die in a few seconds anyway, and he should be losing his own ward, potentially. Kuro is going to be trying to man down some of these towers. It's going to be caught out by the sleep. Big Daddy has to relocate, preps it, starts going in for the tether, and gets himself out just before the ice path lands. And while he may have a tether to escape to the creeps, possibly,
but they're not in position to protect him at all. They're going to give away a kill here for free.
Ice Path should be able to hold in Big Daddy long enough. Gets the tether to the creeps, but Seedoy's already in a position to slow him down, and they'll just be able to keep up with him. So at least they get that one kill. The tower also does not go down, which is very important for them. Need to be able to hold on to this map control in Virtus Pro. Are they actually going to go for it here? Virtus Pro looking like they want to go uphill 20 minutes in.
Yeah, 3 Ghost Scepters here, just great item decisions on their side, and all of a sudden this Ursa that was just wrecking face earlier, I'm not completely sure they can hold this.
I don't think so either, man. They still have the Aegis up on Seedoy. Arrow lands on God, but he still has the Exorcism. Kuro's going to try and take advantage of that. Body shield already blown out. Ravage goes down. Kuro hit by the Ice Path, though. That's going to delay his damage. He's going to clean up BZZ real quick. God, though, is still very healthy. They're going to try and chase away Seedoy. He does have an Aegis up, so he can afford to lose his life here if it's in exchange for a really good fight. The Aquatic Shield, arrow lands on him, and Team Secret will be sticking around trying to finish him off. The silence, good positioning there. But Virtus Pro, they've lost the Exorcism. Don't really think they can continue to go for this fight. This is over an extension, I feel. But we'll see whether or not Team Secret can turn it around. He's done upshot him, heals up a huge amount as S4 gets a lot of clean damage on him, and Kuro still held in by that Team Secret. He's going to be taken down. S4's not doing enough damage. He's trying to beat into these tanky heroes, but it's not going to be enough. BCC continually healed up by Jutta. Puppey trying to run himself. White gets a leap up to the side. S4 going for BCC with the Moonlight Shadow. Going up there goes the Ghost Scepter, but he still dies to the urn. Jutta doesn't have an ultimate anymore. He gets taken down by Puppey. And farther down the relocate, gonna catch out Yo. Fly is going to be able to slow him down with a gush in just a second, and they'll chase him down. He has a Ghost Scepter to delay this bit, but it's only going to delay his inevitable death here as the rest of the team gets himself away. He tries to go for Big Daddy, and Kuro is actually still asleep. Yo, he's getting some distance here. Kuro doesn't have that Blink Dagger still, and he's managed to get himself away. They have a gush onto Yo, still will be able to catch up in the end as he attempted to deny. So close there from Yo. Would have been a huge play, drawing so much time away from Team Secret. But Team Secret, off of a win like that, will be able to claim this tier 1 in the middle tank.
Yeah, that was a nice decision by Team Secret to take down BZZ's Jakiro first in that last fight. He is a big part of that sustained damage with the attack slow from Liquid Fire, and BZZ brought back, but he wasn't able to make it back quite in time to save his teammates from taking a lot of damage, and Secret was able to convert that fight. But you can see, I mean, you can see the power of this combination from VP, the kind of damage that they're capable of inflicting and the sustain that they have through these prolonged engagements. They're still very much in that match, and they are going to go ahead and push right back up mid. Can you believe this team?
There is no Aegis this time around. At that exact same time, there is no Ravage for 20 seconds. If they push hard and they push fast, they can exploit that timing, but I don't think it's going to be enough. They're going to do some good damage to the tier 3, but eventually that Ravage will be up, and this time around they will not have the Aegis to give them that big advantage, and especially if they try and go uphill without Yo backing them up. Tier 3 tower Secret are backing themselves up for the time being. It's all about Fly. He's coming in from the side, gets off a Ravage on 4, and now immediately goes for God. Ghost Scepter goes off, protecting God for the time being, but it's going to go away eventually, and he gets gobbled up real quickly. And now the hunt Seedor already getting the Aphotic Shield. John him, relocate forward. They're going to go for BZZ on the side, surrounding him inside the jungle and take him out real quickly. John him will teleport himself away. 3 heroes go down on the side of Virtus Pro as they try and take down this middle lane of ranks. They get the tier 3, but they give away a lot in return to Team Secret as we begin to see that gold graph plummet back downwards again due to the very aggressive, almost suicidal pushes from VP now.
And it's not just the gold, okay? Look at the XP graph. You have a level 15 Ursa, you have a level 14 Tidehunter, level 14 Sven. The highest level on VP's side is the Bristleback at level, oh no, you do have DP at level 14, but still, that level advantage is going to take its toll in engagements like that. And I thought you called that perfectly, that was just a little bit over-aggressive by VP. I have to think that they might have mistimed the Ravage there.
Yeah, I think so too. I felt like that maybe they just didn't have the exact timing of the Ravage. They're going, it's got to be down for another 20 seconds when the reality was it was already up, and Fly had that great positioning coming in from the secret shop area.
Yeah, exactly. And now Kuroky with his BKB up is just going to be super difficult to bring down. They've been dedicating that Fiend Script in fights, which you absolutely still want to do. But even that physical damage output, he's going to have the armor from the Warcry aura. It's going to be really, really difficult. But again, the Heaven's Halberd, they're committing a lot of items to try and control this Ursa.
Huge pickup because it's also an excellent item up against the Sven, who is going to be getting big soon. Like S4 actually got himself a full plate mail and has another 2,000 gold behind that. He doesn't want to burn too much though. He is focusing on trying to have his buyback. Now this time around, Ravage is down and it won't be up for this next fight. And that's why Virtus Pro are going to push uphill. They immediately go for the range checks. Puppey is held in on the side here, hit by the Ice Path. And now the Macro Pyre also goes out. S4 immediately trying to go for the death.
Chase.
Oh, they're finally back in. Ice Path is going to be able to land on Kuro there. And Fly just keeps on walking thanks to that extra bit of Kraken Shell. And looking like this is a pretty good fight. They actually managed to get the range racks. Nobody's seeming to die here. Oh, what a Ravage! Plus a Storm Hammer right into the face. Jonathan's able to soak up a lot of that with his ultimate. Once again, the Ice Path interfering with Kuro. Seedor immediately starts to focus on Kuro, gets off the halberd disarm on him. S4 looking for a target to go on, but he's having a hard time locking down any one hero. These Ice Paths are so disruptive, and now it's going to be relocated back. Kuro left pretty far out here on the side. It's going to start being slowed down and is having some issues. Ice Path doesn't land. Here comes Big Daddy trying to increase that health even more, and Seedor just keeps on beating down into him. Kuro says, turn around, you want to fight? Let's fight. Let's dance, motherfucker. Seedor getting held in. Ice Path hits on 2. Seedor gets hit by the arrow, but he's still so tanky. He's got his back turned around. The quills just keep on going up. It's finished off the Tidehunter. Kuro is getting low, but he will be able to finish him off. The Macro Pyre not quite enough. Says 4, bottling up. There goes the magic wand. Able to get him just an extra bit of health, and Big Daddy will keep his ally alive for another second here. Tidehunter dead, Bristleback also down. The range track's the only pickup so far by Virtus Pro. Puppey now lands an arrow onto BZZ. Kuro trying to get in position, but he only's got the movement speed right now. It's another Ice Path. Will prevent them from being able to pursue. Back in the middle, Weezer trying to take down. Yo, he gets a teleport away! He barely gets out. S4 keeps on looking for more. Blink Dagger forward. BZZ, Force Staff, nicely played. It's going to get them in range. And finally, they take down that tanky two-headed dragon, where the rest of Virtus Pro get themselves out. 2 heroes get away. But at the same time, they got the range racks and are now poised to get the melee racks as well. But we have Roshan up. Team Secret, I think it's all theirs.
I do too, and I think VP was actually lucky to get out of that last fight without more losses than they did. Obviously, Yoel's Bane just barely made it out there, but Bristleback's such an important part of VP's damage output, much more so than the Tide is to Secrets. And I thought that the minute that Bristle went down, they should have started looking to disengage. I mean, it was a very ballsy play by Seedor. They're going up the steps, chasing Kuroky's Ursa into the base. But I think this is the beginning of the end here for VP, unless they can come up with some spectacular fights.
I gotta agree, man. The carry power of the Sven, he's really coming online. For the longest time, he wasn't getting any real farm, but now he got himself the cheese from that Roshan and also has the Assault Cuirass to back him up, which also makes Kuro that much stronger as well. And Kuro, I'm still, like, what is his next item, man? He is just refusing to get the Blink Dagger, so despite the fact that I feel like that's sort of essential for an Ursa 9 times out of 10, but he's just kind of refusing to go for it. The Vlad's is still an excellent pickup here with the Sven as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's got all the damage that he needs, right? But he could always, if he really wanted to get crazy, get a Shivas. I mean, more AoE control, even more armor. See, even now, they're being a better item for him than a Blink.
13 to 31, 28.5 minutes in. We have almost a 10,000 gold lead and over a 15,000 experience lead for Team Secret after they just crushed Virtus Pro in the first 10 minutes. Ended up giving away a lot of that advantage in the following 10 minutes. But as Virtus Pro try and again try and beat their head against the middle lane, it's just like a brick wall, man. It is just not working out for them. They've got the range racks, but again, similar to what we were talking about last time with the Furion, taking that range racks to the top lane, range racks doesn't really mean that much. And Team Secret will easily be able to push it back with just one hero and don't necessarily have to worry about so much. And that means they're just going to sit back and farm for the time being. We have S4, who could easily use a damage item at this point in time. Eventual Daedalus is always a great pickup for a Sven. Not sure if that's going to be his next item or not, as he's definitely having some issues still with all these ice paths. If they get a BKB on him, I think that would be his next item, and then turn that into a Daedalus as his second pickup.
Yeah, but I'm getting pretty concerned here for VP because, you know, with Death Prophet about to hit her level 16, with Bristleback not that far away himself, he's still 2 levels to go, they're going to hit the peak of their damage potential here pretty soon. And if Secret can pick up a Shivas, all of a sudden, especially on the Ursa, all of a sudden all that sustained physical damage output that VP has throughout the fight isn't really going to matter that much. They're just going to be able to out-damage them here in these later game engagements.
So the item pickups right now, we have God, who does have himself an ultimate orb. I guess turning this into a Scythe of Ice is his best option. I would have expected a Shiva's though, quite honestly, because it's something they're lacking right now, and it's something that is so good, a huge increase of armor, that's slow, incredibly good versus any of these melee heroes, but most notably the Ursa as well as the Sven for cutting them around. I can't believe that Shiva's is not the next item here for God.
I totally agree.
Like, I don't really see the Scythe of Ice being better than a Shiva's at this point, but
no way. No way. I mean, that's the thing, that what they're going to need is sustain here, and you know, Ursa doesn't have a blink. Exploit that. Kite him around. The 4-step pickup, by the way, is brilliant. That's actually a huge item, and that may be what they're thinking, right? Instead of picking up the blink on the Ursa, we're going to have a 4-step on our Mirana, on our Tidehunter, probably eventually on our Wisp, and we're just going to be able to push him around in and out of fights.
Right now, Secret are taking good control of the map right now. They've gotten themselves some pretty good vision up. You can see that they have some very defensive vision up on the side of Virtus Pro, trying to protect themselves from just the aggression that's naturally going to come out of Team Secret as they finally feel strong enough to push up against Virtus Pro. And all Virtus Pro can hope is that they're able to defend and make something hot happen off of those base defenses.
Yeah. I just am trying to tell a story where VP can take a fight here, but they don't really have that just nasty 1 burst damage combo to take down these Secret heroes.
Arrow comes out, not going to find any openings. And Secret will start beating down this tier 2 tower. Already the slow going on S4, but even if they do somehow catch him at any point, he's still got that cheese to fall back on, and Kuro, of course, has that Aegis. So, bit by bit, Team Secret are very aware of their positioning, but they will beat down this tier 2 eventually, and Virtus Pro are going to have to find an initiation, but they don't have really an initiating heroes.
Right. And that's kind of the thing, that at this point, Secret can just slow seize them because VP can't really commit to a fight without that big bang initiation. The Scythe on the Death Prophet is not enough.
Right, I mean, if they try and actually go in for some sort of jump, say off of an ice path, with that, which I guess is our best initiating ability at this point, Yo tries to get off a good Fiend's Grip or something like that. If they pop the Exorcism, and they don't actually get the fight they're looking for, Team Secret say, save one of those heroes with a relocate. Yeah, Team Secret are really wanting to take this now. If they can get a good initiation just outside of the base here, you could see Fly sitting on the side. He's got both his 4-staff and the Blink Dagger. He can initiate from a long ways away. And Ursa, all right, Kuro actually goes for Lincoln's as his next item.
And the logic here, if they don't realize that he has the Lincoln's up and Bane blows his Fiend's Grip, that could very well be the fight right there.
Right.
I mean, it is so critical that they realize that Kuro has this Lincoln Sphere up, because if they waste that Fiend's Grip, oh my goodness, And you know what? I wanted to mention with this ulti orb, we'll see right now. I might think about a Scotty here. Okay, no, she does complete the scythe. I really think that's the wrong decision.
Well, we'll see if they can. I mean, that single target disable, they definitely do need to focus down one of these strength heroes, right? They can't afford to just continue, because they're running out of time, it seems like the exorcism.
Oh, they absolutely are.
I mean, not just like in the game length, but I'm saying in general in these team fights that it seems like exorcism, which is something you normally don't worry about. 30 seconds isn't long enough.
This might be the fight that they need here.
Yeah, Puppy's got out by the scythe, but he's silenced up. The Force Staffs will save him.
Initiation. It's just single target initiation is not enough. That's not going to get you a fight at this point. Locking down one of these heroes 5 minutes ago, if you could lock down the Ursa, you could take out the Sven with ease. That's not the case anymore. He's getting farmed to the point where you can't. Controlling one of these secret heroes is not enough to end the fight. I don't care what hero you manage to get that perfect hex initiation on. And they don't really have a pickup lineup. That's a pickoff lineup, DVP. That's not really what they're trying to do at this point in the game.
Right, this is why you have the Bristleback rather than Clockwork, Tidehunter, any of the other various offlane initiators like Centaur, is because the Bristleback, he doesn't give you initiation, but what he does give you is really early team fight, good sustain, and a lot of physical damage, a very nice frontline hero that is able to ensure some of these very early fights go your way because he's such a good zoning hero that provides Death Prophet a lot of room, but later on into the game, he just doesn't add the same kind of power that you're really looking for. If you had an initiation, like you're saying, if they just had some sort of way to be able to jump on Secret and commit the exorcism, they would have a better chance of being able to find potential openings. But as it is, they're so scared because one exorcism used and it's not a team fight they can take because relocate ends up saving a hero and the rest of them back up. Well, that's the game right there. I mean, how can they possibly defend the tier 3s without that? BZZ gonna try and teleport away real quickly. Kuro not having any opportunity. Yeah, he doesn't have a basher just yet on this Ursa.
They could have lost the game right there. I meant to mention a couple minutes ago, and I don't think I did, the pickup of the Diffusal Blade on Puppy's Mirana. This is actually a really important item. You can purge those Ghost Scepters off. And again,
as well as the Scythe of Ice.
Yeah, as well as the Scythe of Ice. Perfect. Yep. So that's the thing. It's yet another reason why, you know, I hate to pick on G because he's played some very, very good games on this hero, but that one item decision I really, really don't agree with. And boy, I mean, you know, Ursa just... Kuroky just sitting here with 17 kills. They have controlled him since that early, and he's sitting at 14 kills at 15 minutes. Only 3 more kills since then. They've been able to mitigate him, but again, you have to tell a story here where they're going to be able to take a big fight and win the game for VP, and I just have a hard time seeing that happening. This could be it.
And Spor's already going to get inside the Ice up. The Ice Path ball up, but the Ravage comes in, and God gets taken down in just a burst of claws, fangs, and teeth. As BZZ is going to be cleaned up as well. Hammer to the face. It's going to be able to ensure a secondary kill here for Team Secret as they now just 4-man down the bottom lane. Big Daddy will join them in a moment, and we are left with no buyback here on the Death Prophet. A buyback on the Jakiro, but they have to have this Death Prophet. Fortunately, he didn't blow the Exorcism, but their attempt to try to find a pickoff here with the Scythe of Ice turned sour for Virtus Pro.
Yeah, this isn't game quite yet. G will be back before they manage to take up the 2-laner racks. They probably will lose bot here, but they have the glyph up. The big thing is VP cannot afford to lose heroes right here.
Right, and that's why Seedoi, well, he's pretty far forward here. He gets his back turned around just the right time. And immediately Secret to start focusing on some of those buildings. Another great ice path. Seedoi is trying to distract them as much as possible, but he's not going to get this opportunity. Secret are fully committed to taking down these buildings and will back themselves up. 8 seconds left, and you're right. It's only going to be just the one set of racks. Good use of the forward staffs, making sure everybody gets out on the side of Team Secret. And if, well, Virtus Pro overextend themselves, this is very possible that Team Secret just go ahead and decide to take the fight and turn around. But without the Ravage, not very likely. The middle lane may actually lose the melee racks if they don't get back soon. Somebody's got to teleport, but it doesn't seem like anybody does. Big Daddy will be the one, and finally does get back in time. So no pickoffs, don't lose a melee racks. All around, just a perfect choice by Team Secret. Pushing down that bottom lane and turning it into just the buildings in the bottom lane, and then immediately getting the extraction.
No, both sides did what they wanted to do there in that fight, and I actually I think I agree with this from BZZ. BZZ, you can see drawing the lines on the map saying, look, we got to go make something happen right now. They're going to force this engagement here.
Yeah, Kuro's already been caught out. He doesn't have an Aegis. He can easily be eliminated here so quickly. Cedoid's going to be the first target. Bean's Grip goes off, holding down S4. They eliminate the Ursa, and 2 of the physical damage dealers have already been taken out. Cheese goes off on S4, but he's getting kited around so heavily, he can't actually get any right clicks off. Big Daddy is slept up. Relocate ends. And the buyback from the Ursa, well, Virtus Pro looks like they're going to try and get the melee racks off of this one, but the buyback is up for the Sven, and while they may not have a Ravage, it's up with just 10 seconds here. They need a lot more. Buyback from the Sven. What can they find off of this buyback? The teleport's away. Jana, no disables are going to be coming out. Cedoid trying to get himself away. Yol is also in a bit of danger here, but it looks like everybody should be able to get out. Yol turns around for half a second, but almost costs him his life, and that's the reason they buy back. The buybacks are worth it if you can get a cheese and an Aegis. It's like not, you kind of have those second lives anyway. Cedoid, whoa, playing a dangerous game here. Oh my.
He's got buyback.
He does have a buyback. Yol's been getting caught in the process, sleeps himself, delays his death for a second or two. The Ghost Scepter will also help out, but he has no mobility items to be able to save him and will be taken down. They're still waiting on Bristleback to get back to them, and they're going to have to take this fight 4 versus 5, and they really needed that Fiend's Grip as well as the Nightmare too. Relocate forward, Big Daddy loses his tether, and it's going to be rotating behind the Death Prophet, but instead we're going to fall mid lane where Cedoid is almost taken down immediately, but is able to get himself some distance. Mech goes off, Ravage, not catching anyone. Team Secret unable to find a pickoff here, and now we have the Death Prophet coming in from the side, going up against the Wisp. Oh, Fly! He tried to teleport himself away, 4 staff forward. Puppy gets a leap, has another 4 staff, as well as the Blink Dagger away. Meanwhile, the melee racks was taken down by just the creeps. Skill Scepter goes out. They can get Puppy off of this one. With the Ice Path down, they have enough burst damage to claim him. Excellent pickoff. Immediate buyback, though. They're going to fight over Roshan, but at the same time,
might be a base race.
This is no Ravage. And you're right. S4 is already here in the bottom lane while they're going to go for Roshan. Yo. Got to be careful with the positioning here. S4 has already backed himself up. They're going to go for Roshan, but it's already been taken down. Aegis picked up. Cheese grabbed by God as well. Exactly what they wanted. While the arrow snags Cedoid. They may try and force this fight. Even though it's an Aegis and a Cheese with no exorcism, they can still take this. Already the Dual Scepter gone out. Puppy gets the 4 staff forward from the side of Vice, and at the same time, Yol's going to be taken out of the middle lane. They get that one pickoff. Kuro in some trouble, trying to get himself away, but it's being slowed down so heavily. Gets off the BKB, making some distance away. The arrow comes out, not able to find anybody there. They still get the bash onto Kuro. Kuro is going to be taken down, and he has no buyback. You're right. It's going to be them going all in. Meanwhile, Sven and Whisper coming in from the side, but they're already going to lose so many heroes off this. Another 4 staff, leap away. Puppy gets the distance. Meanwhile, Fly comes in. Look at the cleave damage. S4 starts going to town, but it's the problem of being kited. The disarm doing so much to him. BZZ going to be chased around. Cedoid starts getting away that slow, and now the rest of them are trying to back themselves up, heal a little bit more. Cedoid, oh, he's going to be stunned up. He's got the turnaround, though. They can't quite go for the kill. Too many heals, too many disables. S4 having such a hard time laying down damage. And Virtus Pro, similar to game 2. Looks like they're going to be going straight for the throne. 55 seconds, though. We have Fly. 35 seconds for a Tide Hunter Ravage. S4 is going to go for BZZ. Finds that one pickup. Dual Scepter not in time. Cedoid, meanwhile, trying to get himself away. Gets slowed down by the Rod of Atos. Big Daddy comes in, trying to help out S4, but his back is turned. He's not doing enough damage. Disarm goes on to S4. Reliving Cedoid. He's staying alive for the time being. The Crypt Storm is going to try and help out as much as possible. They finally lose Cedoid. There goes that Aegis. S4 moves on next. Now to Yo. But we have the Aegis coming back up. Cedoid is ready to battle, but he can't seem to find any one target to go down on. Yo has a Fiend's Grip. He's going to find S4. They got to lock him down. 4 staff forward. They're trying to get distance for S4, but he's finally going to be gone on by Cedoid. The side of Vice follow up, but there goes the Ravage. Is it going to be enough to save S4? Big Daddy has to relocate in just 2 seconds. S4 will be able to get himself away. No, Dual Scepter goes down. Big Daddy's gone. S4, another 4 staff forward, kiting around excellently, and guess who's back? It's the Ursa. Up in just 1 second, Virtus Pro. They've got to get themselves away. They've already claimed a tier 4. They've got to get a clean extraction here, and that's why they pop the smoke. The teleports in. S4 on hot pursuit. With Big Daddy and extra movement speed, he will not find the right route. And the rest of Virtus Pro get themselves away. 42.5 minutes in, and we are a racks apiece and a tier 4 apiece as the creeps get this bottom tier 4 tower.
But Exorcism is down for 70 seconds. I wonder if they're going to try and barrel down mid here.
At the same time, they don't have Ravage. Which one do you value more right now?
Dire's middle
Exorcism.
tower is under
I don't think they can. I don't think VP can win a fight without DP's ulti. I mean, it's definitely hard for Secret. As you saw, that whole sequence started with Fly missing the Ravage mid. None of that, what you just saw in the last couple of minutes, happened there. If VP hadn't recognized that he totally whipped the Ravage, they were able to push forward and get all of that done because they knew that Ravage was down. But I still think Exorcism, okay, they're going to have the chance, VP is, to get it back up. And boy, this is anybody's game right now.
It certainly is, man. Look at this. Team Secret are holding a bit of a gold lead as well as an experience lead, but you just look at this. Virtus Pro are on the edge of being able to take down. The most important thing is really the throne, but leading into that, the buybacks. Who has buyback, who does not? Right now, the Bristleback as well as the Abaddon are lacking their buybacks on the side of top Team Secret. They have the Sven and the Ursa, whose buybacks will be up very soon. Just off the timer, and their gold, they already have enough of it. So it's really just Puppey, who is on 2-minute cooldown. That's fine with them. So we are probably going to be left with pretty much everyone having buybacks, as Virtus Pro can't exploit the small amount of timing that is down for Team Secret. And Virtus Pro certainly shouldn't be looking to push when they don't have buybacks of their own, or at least not without a pickoff of some sort.
And the big thing that you have to watch for, S4 does now have enough money to afford Boots of Travel if he wants. That takes him out of buyback range. But as VP, you have to be very, very careful. You have a Wisp with a Sven and an Ursa. They can backdoor your Ancient extraordinarily quickly. Oh,
double damage going to be denied by Yol, but they see the opening, or maybe they don't. They didn't actually see the double damage rune get denied, so they don't see that one hero. Yol may still stumble into the 4-man smoke here. Team Secret, S4. Leading the line here. They can't really be going on Seedoy just because he is so damn tanky right now, and it seems like he really just doesn't have that many health points. He could be so much tankier, but it's just purely the fact that once he turns around, he's got that Bristleback, and then you've got the Yule Scepters, the Disarms, the Heals, the Ice Pass. They're getting kited around so heavily by Virtus Pro that it's tough for them to be able to lock down on one hero. Moonlight Shadow goes out. The Mass King
have the double Ravage here. He can commit one of these Ravages to pick off a single hero.
I think so too. Moonlight Shadow, they're wrapping around from the side here, looking for an opening here in the bottom lane. They're going to find Yol and easily take him down real quickly. Yol does not have a buyback.
No buyback, oh no.
900 gold until he has a buyback. There's no way he's going to be up. But he does have a low death timer. It's entirely possible he's up while this team fight is still raging on. 30 seconds. Virtus Pro need to sit back here, need to buy time. Most important thing for them right now, the bottom lane is pushing in. Team Secret, not quite so sure what they're going to try and do with this. The bottom push and then turn it into this middle tier 3 tower. There it is. S4 goes for it. Already the Yule Scepter onto the Ursa. Ursa turns around, tries to light up Seedoy, and there goes Ravage number 1. Exorcism already going up, but Ravage number 2 ensures the God goes down. No Exorcism, buyback or no. No Exorcism is going to be up for him. Seedoy, meanwhile, trying to kite around S4. Having some issues with that one, will be taken down. Buyback is up for him. He immediately buys back. Jottam is losing his health. He will be going down. The Aquatic Shield BCC also taken out. And this time around with the double Ravage, they have no issues being able to take down some of these heroes. Puppey going to be silenced up. 4 snap forward. Big Daddy. Relocate. Not needed to save Puppey. And Team Secret will back themselves off. They forced 2 different buybacks there.
I'm really surprised to see them backing here, knowing that Exorcism is down. I don't think VP can win a fight here without Exorcism.
Oh, he brings Puppey to him. He tried to actually get the tether away. It's going to result in 2 quick support kills. That's not the end of the world for Team Secret. They still got what they wanted out of that middle push, which was they forced buybacks where they did not have to spend any. It means they still held the advantage in the next 5 minutes. However, Virtus Pro, they sure as hell got to force something now, because Team Secret, all they have to do is wait for the double Ravage. That will be up before the buybacks are up. There is no way they can win that fight. Without buybacks and a double Ravage on Team Secret, right. I don't see how that's going to be possible. They got to try and end this game now, or at least force a really good fight.
I think you're right, and that's why I'm a little puzzled. So G, remember, is going to bots in, and they are going to do exactly what you said. They're going to commit to this, and they have to. They can win this fight, but oh my goodness, this is going to be really, really tight. Puppey already buys back. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they have buybacks on both the Sven as well as the Ursa. But do they really have any other choice here? They kind of have to go into this one. God doesn't have Exorcism for a couple more seconds here. The tier 4 is actually so damn low right now. Moonlight Shadow has already gone out from Team Secret looking for that opening. Yol also has an Invis rune, which could lead into him having a really good positioning for this next team fight. Now S4 Leads just to one hit on Tinoy, trying to scare him away. Tier 4 tower will be taken down here
Dire's middle
by the
tower
Jakiro
has
with that
fallen.
liquid fire. And it's all about Roshan. It's all about whether or not this run's going to go down. God already getting off the Ghost Scepter. Kuro starts looking for that pickoff, but the BKB timing, he's not doing much with it. In fact, he gets sight to buy stuff now. And the defusal goes on to BCD, but it's not going to change much. Already gone. Being right clicked down by S4. They need to protect him. They need to keep him alive. He tries to teleport away, but no. He goes down. Team Secret take one, take two. Now a third one falls as BCD goes down. Yo, on his way out as well, and Johnham heads straight for the throne. He knows this is all over. Virtus Pro tried to go for one last push into the throne. They won't be able to get it. Instead, it's going to be Team Secret with the relocate in with S4. And there it is. GG, well played. Some of the tightest series we have ever seen. Virtus Pro game 2. Barely lose that one, and in game 3, right down to the clutch, will lose it up against Team Secret, who still triumph and stay ahead of Virtus Pro in this best of 3.
Just an unbelievable series, and VP had to do that. They couldn't let Sven get any more damage items up. He had enough money there at the end to complete his Daedalus anyway, and as you said, without the buybacks, they weren't going to be able to win in a sustained engagement. They just had to go for it. Boy, just so beautifully played from both sides. I cannot believe